Hello from Thailand! In this video I will tell you how to find the right Thai girl and provide you with a simple formula on how to find true love in Thailand. And moreover, I provide you with a checklist of 8 deal breaker criteria for women that should be avoided at all costs. And at the end of the video I provide you with 5 crucial tips for searching for a life partner in Thailand. As someone who has been living in Thailand for 18 years and speaks Thai fluently, I'm often asked by foreign men how to find the right Thai woman and what to pay special attention to when searching for a life partner in Thailand. That's why I made this video. It is intended to be a kind of guide on how to find and choose the right Thai woman, as well as which women to avoid if you want to have a long-term happy relationship. As many of you may already know or suspect, a significant number, if not the majority of Thai women who show interest in foreigners do so partly or primarily for financial and material reasons. They are seeking a provider and often hope to find someone who can assist them in resolving their economic and other issues. Therefore, this video is also oriented towards this aspect among others. What I talk about in this video may sound somewhat radical, harsh and unromantic at times, and additionally I'm partly quite direct, which I hope you won't take offense to. It is not meant to be condescending, but rather well-intentioned. Over the many years in Thailand, I have witnessed many tragedies and dramas in relationships between foreigners and Thai women. Many of them could have been avoided if from the beginning people approached things with more realism, rationality and a bit of common sense, along with some good advice from someone with more experience in Thailand. Alright, let's start with a simple yet somewhat magical formula on how to find true love. True Romeo and Juliet love in Thailand or any other country. But actually it's more about quickly filtering out those whom you should definitely not consider, and thus helping you to quickly separate the wheat from the chaff. Here we go with a simple and actually quite obvious formula. Just don't pay anything. That's it. Absolutely no payments to the lady, particularly no regular payments like monthly allowances, and also no expensive gifts, especially not in the first few months after getting to know her. I would even go further and suggest avoiding any regular payments until you have established a family with children and your partner is no longer able to work and earn her own money. Another important aspect of the recipe for finding the right woman or quickly sorting out the wrong ones is understatement of your income and wealth. So better downplay yourself and your financial income. If you have money, never flaunt it and display at least a certain kind of frugality. I would even go so far as to portray yourself as someone with little money. Of course, this should not turn into stinginess. You can still invite her to the movies and for a meal. With the method just described, you can quickly separate the wheat from the chaff, meaning the gold digger girls who are primarily or solely interested in money from the girls who are genuinely seeking true love and have honest intentions. I know for some people it is kind of okay that a woman is together with them because of the money, or at least partly because of the money, but it is still important to ensure that it does not get out of hand, which is why you should not start with regular payments right from the beginning or too quickly too. And certainly you should never get involved in a situation where it becomes evident that it could quickly or in the future strain your financial resources and potentially lead to ruin. Now let's move on to the checklist of 8 deal breaker criteria for women that should be avoided at all costs if you're looking for a life partner in Thailand. Even if she's the most beautiful and cute woman you have ever seen in your whole life. Because a relationship with a woman who has any of the following 8 criteria has a pretty high potential to lead to disaster and misery. Before we continue, please give a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. After the 8 deal breaker criteria, I have 5 more crucial tips when looking for a life partner in Thailand, so stay tuned and don't miss it. Let's start with the list of 8 deal breaker criteria for women that should be avoided. First, women who work in the oldest profession. So no woman who works in the sex industry or is closely associated with it. This includes ladies who work in beer bars, go-go bars, happy ending massage salons, cocktail lounges and similar establishments, even if she claims she works there only as a waitress. This may sound quite obvious to most people, and indeed, in their home country most men would never seek a woman as life partner in the sex industry. However, somehow many men who come to Thailand end up doing exactly that. It seems that common sense is somehow switched off for some as soon as they arrive in Thailand, and they seem to think that everything is different here. While there are certainly differences in Thailand, laws of nature like gravity still apply in Thailand too, and it is of course a recipe for disaster to start a relationship with a woman involved in the oldest profession. One important reason for this is expressed in the saying, you can take the girl out of the bar, but you cannot take the bar out of the girl. I know that there are exceptions, but mostly for sure not. Second, women who have addiction problems such as with alcohol and especially with illegal drugs should be avoided. People with drug problems often struggle to have their lives under control and constantly get themselves into new problems for which the partner often has to bear the consequences or get involved too. Additionally, being in a relationship with a woman involved in illegal drugs puts you in a precarious position in Thailand with one foot more or less in prison. Third, women who gamble, meaning they are avid gamblers and play card games, roulette or any other form of gambling for money, even if the amounts seem small at first glance, should be avoided at all costs. This is an especially important deal breaker because entering a relationship with such women has a very high potential to lead to financial disaster. I've heard so many stories about it. For example, one woman received money from her husband living abroad to buy a car in Thailand, but instead she gambled away all the money. And there are even lots of stories of people in Thailand who have lost their entire house and land through gambling. This might sound surprising to some of you as gambling is illegal in Thailand, but nevertheless it is still very common and popular. Fourth, women who have a debt problem. If a woman is in debt and is unable to repay it in a timely manner, it is best not to get involved with her. This includes women who come up with stories about complicated debt problems right from the beginning, such as losing their job and being unable to afford the high repayment rates for their house, apartment or car, or suddenly have to make unexpected repayments for someone else's house, apartment or car that they guaranteed for, but who disappeared. Fifth, women with too large financial obligations towards her family. If a woman is responsible for the support and finances of a large part of her family, especially if she is solely responsible and they expect too high monthly payments from her that she cannot afford on her own, and you are not capable or unwilling to make such payments either, it can be problematic. Of course, it is understandable that one would want to help their family in times of financial need, but as someone entering a relationship with such a woman, it's important to be aware that it can lead to significant financial strain, especially if you are expected to shoulder too many responsibilities and the expected amounts are too high for you to handle. Sixth, women who suddenly come up with financial emergencies. If a woman suddenly presents you with a significant financial problem or other strange stories, such as losing her wallet or it being stolen along with all her bank and credit cards, or if she or someone else in her family has had an accident and needs money to pay hospital expenses and so on within a short period of time after you have met her, and she expects you to help her despite knowing each other only for a short time, then she is definitely the wrong woman. These stories are often fabricated to evoke sympathy and get money from the man. Seventh, women who are still involved with their ex. A woman who is still with her ex or has not properly ended things with him, especially if there are significant problems and it doesn't seem like they will separate quickly and smoothly. It's clear that this will finally lead to problems, especially if they are married and the ex has no intention of giving up the woman without a fight. Eighth, women who are financially irresponsible. This includes women who clearly have trouble managing their money and consistently live beyond their means, making expensive purchases that exceed their income. They often have maxed out bank accounts and credit cards. These women usually have a tendency towards consumerism, brand obsession and a materialistic mindset, spending all their money and more on these pursuits. Alright, those were the 8 deal breaker criteria for women that should be avoided in Thailand and actually anywhere else too. This checklist of deal breaker criteria for women with the aforementioned problems may seem radical, unromantic and perhaps even selfish. However, it's important to rely on common sense and a healthy dose of self-preservation when searching for a life partner, as it ultimately should serve your long-term well-being. You must always be aware of the fact that it's your own life. which you want to enhance and find greater happiness with a new partner, and certainly don't want to risk falling into unhappiness and disaster because of your new partner right from the beginning. The consequences of choosing the wrong partner can bring about significant problems that can lead to long-term unhappiness, something nobody desires. It's important to recognize that a woman's problems will become your problems very soon if you start a relationship with her. Constantly being involved in problem solving and financial support right from the start of a relationship does not lead to happiness, but rather burdens and unhappiness. Most men simply cannot and do not wish to be the healthcare, retirement, unemployment and life insurance for a lady and her entire family. Even if she's the most beautiful and sweetest lady, it means nothing if the relationship brings too many problems. Now let's move on to 5 more important additional tips to consider when searching for a woman for a serious relationship in Thailand. First, don't fall head over heels in love too quickly. Of course, it's wonderful to be head over heels in love with someone and be able to be together. But falling in love too much at the beginning also comes with a significant risk. Firstly, during the infatuation phase, most people tend to be quite blind and overlook any negative aspects which can later backfire. This is particularly important in Thailand, as very often things are not like they seem for Westerners, as they do not understand the culture and the language and how Thai people really are. So it's even more important to not quickly fall in love in Thailand. It is better to approach the search for a partner with reason and not fixate on someone solely based on their appearance. When choosing a partner, pay more attention to qualities such as kindness, zest for life, diligence, discipline, tolerance, adaptability, and above all, loyalty. You don't want a beautiful sex bomb who is selfish, lazy and moody by your side when entering into a serious relationship, especially when starting a family with children. Ultimately, you want a woman who will stand by your side through thick and thin, pulling in the same direction, and definitely not someone who constantly brings unnecessary additional problems into your life. Second, no too significant language barrier. Either you should be fluent in Thai to have effective communication with the Thai lady, or she should have a good command of your native language or English, assuming you are proficient in English too. A significant language barrier can pose significant challenges as it hinders proper communication and getting to know each other well. Moreover, it increases the risk of serious misunderstandings and constant issues arising from them, which does not provide a solid foundation for a happy and fulfilling relationship. Third, look for a woman with her own steady income that can cover all of her and her family's expenses. This is particularly important as in Thailand it is very common that women, or also men, send money to their family and are responsible to financially support their lives. If she is able to cover all her own expenses, she doesn't expect you to help her with her finances, indicating that her interest in the relationship with you is more likely based on love rather than primarily or at least partly focused on money. Fourth, before getting married or starting a family, it's important to live together for a while and truly get to know each other. This is even more crucial in a cross-cultural Thai-foreign relationship, as many Thai women tend to reveal their true colors gradually, often only when you live together. While living together, you should find out if you get along well in everyday life, if you are a good match for each other, and most importantly, if you are happy and have fun together in your daily lives, rather than constantly arguing, being unhappy and stressed. Fifth, never consider anything serious with women who you only know online. For sure you need to meet her in real first in order to find out if you really want to consider her for a serious relationship. All the points presented in this video should be clear to anyone who is seeking a woman or a life partner, actually regardless of the country. As already said, you should not think that these basic rules of dating and relationships, which should be intuitively clear to everyone, do not apply in Thailand. It is simply absurd how some people come here to Thailand blindly and believe that gravity has been suspended in Thailand and that logical and rational thinking no longer applies. Most of what applies to finding a partner in your home country also applies here in Thailand. So keep your eyes open and don't switch off your brain as soon as you arrive in Thailand. While most Thai women naturally prefer to be in a relationship with a Thai man, there are still plenty of Thai women who are interested in a relationship with a foreign man, many of them very lovely and decent women. As already mentioned, a significant portion of them have financial and material expectations, but even among those who seek financial benefits, there are many who genuinely want to be loyal and good partners and are sincere in their relationships. Therefore, there is always a chance to find a good and suitable partner in Thailand if you approach the process with common sense and follow the tips and principles mentioned in this video. So what do you think about dating and partner selection in Thailand? What are your experiences? Please share them with us in the comments. Thank you very much. If this video was informative, please click the thumbs up and share this video. Soon I will have more videos about Thailand on my channel MyThai24. If you don't want to miss it, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. Thank you very much for watching, and I catch you on the next one. Bye.